Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the box office because yes, indeed, Scotty is back. He's back. That's right, 2 times in 1 week we got Scotty Mendelson coming in here saying Captain Marvel is soaring past Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, and Twilight. Ooh man, you had to throw in Twilight at the very end there, didn't you? See, here's the interesting thing with critics and with all the people in the media is that they're trying to now say that, oh my gosh, Captain Marvel is proving the trolls wrong. It's proving that this is an amazing film and that, trolls, human beings, more accurately saying human beings that don't like a movie can't control the box office numbers. But what they're also doing is they're setting up a very, very bad precedent by basically saying, oh, well, if you make money at the box office, you must be a good movie, right? Let's see what Scotty Boy has to say in the very beginning. Yes, Captain Marvel is officially over the $800 million global box office milestone. This is true, with a current 15-day global cumulative of $812.2 million thus far. That includes $282.8 million in 13 days of domestic play. Also, by the way, this number is going to be much higher by the time this video goes live. The film earned $15.1 billion worldwide yesterday, meaning that unless it crashes hard today, it'll pass the unadjusted worldwide cums of Wonder Woman and Spider-Man to become one of the very biggest non-sequel superhero movies ever. The biggest movie ever! Yeah, the person that makes fun of me, I'd like to see you try to hit that note. Anyway. Had to throw that in there. But as you can see, the basic understanding is that box office success means that the movie is good. This is obviously a very dangerous territory for them to be going in, because then guess what that means? That means I can go in here and be like, oh really? Oh really? Did you really say that? Did you say that box office success is determined based on which films you think are actually good, and therefore anything that makes money and makes over $1 billion must be a great film? Well, let's see what some of these movies are. And again, these are numbers that I believe, let's make sure, just before I say anything, that these are indeed worldwide grosses, unadjusted for inflation, because if this was adjusted for inflation, movies like, movies from a very long time ago would be up here. Gone with the Wind, for example, would probably be one of the highest grossing films of all time. But Avatar is listed with $2.78 billion. It means it's a great movie, right? Right? Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look. Let's do a little bit of a test. We're going to do this, screw it, we'll do it live. Avatar. All right, let's see. Avatar. Must be a good movie, right? 82%. All right. 82% of fans like it too. A little bit more info. 74% from them. 71% from top critics. All right. 82% from audiences. All right. Good job. Does that mean it's the best movie ever though? No, because I know of many scores that are much higher than this. All right. So that was an easy one. That was a little bit of a soft toss, you could say. Beauty and the Beast 2017. Oh, Beauty and the Beast 2017. Remember how awesome this movie was, right? Oh wait, you don't? Oh wait, you're tired of them remaking classics because they suck? Oh yeah, that's right. Me too. Oh yeah, me too. Let's see what else is up here. Iron Man 3. Oh, you remember remember Iron Man 3? Remember that movie? Remember Iron Man 3, the one that kind of divided comic fans from like the normies? The normies ended up saying, it was okay. And the comic book fans were just like, what? This still ended up getting a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. All right. Fate of the Furious 8. Ooh, Fate of the Furious 8, you know what that means, right? Fate of the Furious, you know how much they love those Fast and Furious movies, right? Right? The Fate of the Furious 2017, oh, wait a minute, what is this, 68%? That's kind of low. But wait a minute, this is the 20, wait, this is one of the highest grossing movies. This is one of the highest grossing movies of all time. It shouldn't be that low. But the critics, you just said that the box office means so much. You've been writing nonstop articles and tweets and comments about, it's so funny you trolls going after the box office like this. Oh, but yet you've gone after these movies before by giving rotten scores and by not protecting these films, and yet somehow they've done well despite you, maybe even in spite of you altogether. What else is great? The Last Jedi. We've already seen that 45% on Rotten Tomatoes from the audiences, so yeah, great job. Jurassic World. Oh, then now this is one that I love. Because remember, if it's a good movie, if it's going to be a good movie, guess what? It's got to be a high. Oh, look at that, the first Jurassic World actually did pretty well. Look at that. That was pretty good. Somebody tells me, though, because I remember covering this not long ago. So let's see, Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom. Let's see. Ooh, wait a minute. Now, this is interesting. Both the critics and audiences joined together in one of those rare circumstances said, no, the movie wasn't very good, and yet somehow, some way, it still made $1.3 billion, which is actually the same amount of money, or close to the same amount of money, as Star Wars The Last Jedi made. Isn't that interesting? What else is in the $1 billion club? There's got to be some other great films in here, right? Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Amazing movie, right? Star Wars 1, The Phantom Menace. I said Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is much better than the Phantom Menace was. But, ooh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, Alice in Wonderland 2010. Alice in Wonderland. Do you remember that movie? Oh, but it hit the $1 billion mark, so it's got to be good, right? Right? Oh, wait. Also universally hated by both fans and critics alike. So you see, there's a bit of a problem when you start to say, oh, but it's making money. Scott Boyce in Medicine says, oh, look, Captain Marvel's making money. It's proving all those fake trolls wrong. No, Scott. What it's showing is that Disney has now learned how to essentially pad the box office so much that it's going to be guaranteed to make money. If you tell theaters, hey, you can show our movie, but in order to do so, you need to show the movie 5 times in 3D, and all of them have to be like prime showings. They can't just be the random crap show times that no one ever goes to see. You have to show it so many times in IMAX. You have to show it many times in Dolby. You have 4DX, you have to show it in 4DX, etc. So you see how very easily, very quickly, the average ticket price, at least for buying the tickets for this movie, go up and up and up and up. And so therefore, it doesn't really matter how less people go versus how anything else, you're still going to have a higher number. See, what I would be interested in, and they're never going to release these numbers. What I would be more interested in is not the actual raw total of the dollars that they make. I want to see ticket sales. So you know what, Scott Mendelson? If you can try and find me a way to be able to get the actual number of tickets sold, individual tickets sold, I think that would be a much better metric. Because then also on top of that, guess what? You would be able to adjust for inflation. On top of that too, you would be able to say, no, we don't even have to adjust for inflation because guess what? We're able to look at the actual tickets sold to anything. Oh, well, that's going to be very hard and we don't really keep track of that. No, because you keep track of the number that makes it look like, oh God, look, these are all great films. And yet I've just shown you a bunch of films that even you yourself have crapped all over that are not good, but have somehow made money. In fact, they've broken the $1 billion mark. So for you to try and say that Captain Marvel therefore is good because it's making money, even though there's other films that are also doing well or did well financially, but are also universally panned as crap, doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. So Scott Mendelson and all the other Captain Marvel shills out there, they're trying to say, oh, it's a great movie, you can't die in the box office. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to deny the fact that it's going to make $1 billion. But just because you make $1 billion doesn't mean that you're a good movie. Just because you cross the $1 billion mark, just because you make a lot of money, does not mean that you're a good movie. Especially when you have a company that spent a crap ton. Again, the Deadline article said that $300 million was spent on this movie. Guess what? That means that they spent, in essence, just as much on the making of the film in marketing. Because the actual production budget was around $155 million, meaning that they spent almost another $150 million on marketing alone. Usually it's around 50% of the actual total, but this movie they obviously knew had to succeed somehow. And then on top of that, guess what they did with their bookers? They said, okay, yeah, we're only going to show these in theaters that are going to be able to kowtow to our demands. And we're going to show it in the most theaters ever other than Avengers Infinity War. We're going to show it in the most theaters ever. It's very easy then, at that point in time, to have a $1 billion film. It's very easy to do that. Not to mention when you have an entire media that's on your side defending you, trying to say, it's just trolls, it's just trolls, it's just trolls, building up the interest. Well, then, of course, yeah, people are going to go out and say oh, this is terrible. Trolls? I mean, trolls are mythical creatures. We can't have mythical creatures destroying a film about a strong woman. We can't do that at all. And yet you put Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel in the same sentence, in the same title as Twilight. I think that speaks volumes for itself. Anyway, guys, what are y'all's thoughts about all of this? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. You're all amazing, beautiful people. Tomorrow's video, Sunday's video, because I'm actually recording this on Friday morning before I'm leaving for my flight, so this will be out on Saturday, meaning that my video tomorrow will probably be a little bit late because I am actually running short on time. So for anyone that's a Patreon member, the podcast is going to be late. It's going to be up sometime Sunday evening. Also, the videos for this channel are going to be up Sunday evening as well, and also my Geeks and Gamers box office breakdown is going to be up later than usual also, because I will be doing all of that as soon as I get back in town. Anyway, guys, you are all amazing, beautiful people. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.